The Ottoman Empire, established by Osman I in 1299, faced several challenges in its early years, especially when it came to securing and expanding its influence. One of the first challenges Sultan Orhan Gazi encountered was building diplomatic ties with the Byzantine Empire and the neighboring Turkish Beyliks. Although the Ottoman forces were growing in strength, establishing stable relationships with these neighboring states was crucial for the empire's survival and future success. This strategic diplomacy not only helped the Ottomans secure alliances, but also enabled them to navigate the complex web of regional politics. By the time Orhan Gazi ascended to the throne in 1326, the Ottoman state had already begun expanding across Anatolia, but it still faced significant competition from other Turkish Beyliks and the crumbling Byzantine Empire. Orhan's diplomatic acumen played a vital role in shaping the early days of Ottoman expansion. He realized that brute force alone would not guarantee the stability and growth of his fledgling empire. Rather, building alliances through diplomacy with powerful neighbors such as the Byzantine Empire was essential. Byzantium, while in decline, still held substantial influence, especially in the western Anatolian region. Orhan knew that securing favorable diplomatic ties with Byzantium would help safeguard the Ottoman Empire's eastern borders, allowing the Ottomans to focus on their military conquests in the west. The Byzantine Empire during Orhan's time was far from the powerful force it once was. By the early 14th century, it had been weakened by centuries of internal strife, external invasions, and the loss of key territories to both the Ottoman Turks and other rival states. However, the Byzantine Emperor Andronicus II Palaiologos and his successors were still keen to maintain some semblance of control over their remaining territories. The political situation in Byzantium was such that diplomatic relations with the Ottomans became a necessity. The Ottomans, on the other hand, understood that the Byzantines, despite their diminished state, still had valuable alliances with other European powers and the Catholic Church. Establishing a relationship with the Byzantine Empire could potentially open up the Ottomans to greater opportunities in European diplomacy. One of the first successful diplomatic moves by Orhan Gazi was his marriage to Theodora, the daughter of the Byzantine Emperor John VI Cantacuzene. This marriage forged an important alliance between the Ottomans and the Byzantine Empire. By marrying into the royal Byzantine family, Orhan solidified his position as a powerful ruler in the region and ensured a measure of Byzantine support in his dealings with other states. This strategic marriage helped to secure the Ottomans' western borders and created a political foothold in Byzantine politics. While the marriage to Theodora was a pivotal diplomatic move, Orhan also recognized the importance of dealing with the Turkish Beyliks in Anatolia. During this time, many of the Turkish principalities, known as Beyliks, were in constant competition for control over land and resources. The Beyliks were scattered throughout the region, and their shifting alliances created both opportunities and risks for the Ottoman Empire. Orhan knew that he could not expand his territory and power without carefully navigating the complex network of Beylik rivalries. The most significant of these Turkish principalities was the Karamanid Beylik. Based in Konya, the Karamanids were one of the most powerful Turkish dynasties in Anatolia. Their dominance in the region posed a direct threat to Ottoman expansion. However, instead of relying solely on military might to confront the Karamanids, Orhan sought to engage in diplomatic relations. By forging alliances with some of the smaller Turkish Beyliks in the region, Orhan was able to create a buffer zone between the Ottoman and Karamanid territories. These alliances helped to ensure the Ottomans' security while also giving them the opportunity to focus on other strategic objectives. Orhan's diplomacy with the Turkish Beyliks involved not only forming alliances, but also playing rival factions against one another. By offering military support or marriage alliances, Orhan was able to divide and conquer, securing the Ottomans' position as one of the most powerful states in Anatolia. He recognized that pitting rival beyliks against one another was an effective strategy for minimizing direct conflict and gaining territorial advantages. Orhan's diplomatic success in the early years of his reign allowed the Ottomans to expand rapidly without overstretching their resources or military capabilities. The role of trade also played an essential part in Orhan's diplomatic efforts. The Ottoman Empire, located at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, was strategically positioned to control important trade routes. By establishing favorable diplomatic relations with both the Byzantine Empire and surrounding Turkish Beyliks, Orhan ensured that the Ottomans could thrive economically. He established trade agreements that brought wealth and resources to the empire, further strengthening its position. These economic benefits also allowed the Ottomans to invest in military campaigns, infrastructure, and cultural development, which played a significant role in their expansion. Another critical aspect of Orhan's diplomacy was his ability to navigate the complex relationships between Muslim and Christian communities within his territories. Orhan was pragmatic in his approach to governance, allowing the Christian Byzantine subjects to practice their religion while ensuring that Islamic law governed the Ottoman heartland. His treatment of religious minorities laid the foundation for the Ottoman millet system, which allowed religious groups to maintain a degree of autonomy while still acknowledging Ottoman sovereignty. This system helped to maintain peace and cooperation within the empire, making the Ottomans a model of religious tolerance in a time of religious conflict across Europe and the Middle East. As Orhan continued his reign, he realized that diplomacy would be the key to expanding the Ottoman Empire's influence in the region. His diplomatic efforts with both the Byzantine Empire and the neighboring Turkish Beyliks helped secure his rule, protect his borders, and create opportunities for future Ottoman expansion. By carefully managing relationships with powerful neighbors, Orhan was able to create a stable foundation upon which the Ottoman Empire could grow and thrive. His ability to balance military conquest with diplomatic engagement set the stage for the Ottoman Empire's golden age in the centuries that followed. As Orhan's reign continued, his diplomatic efforts not only helped the Ottomans secure their borders, but also paved the way for further expansion and consolidation of power. One of Orhan's most important achievements during this period was the successful integration of the Ottoman state into the broader political landscape of the region. While military conquests and alliances with other Turkish beyliks had laid the foundation for the empire's growth, Orhan understood that establishing the Ottomans as a recognized power in the broader Mediterranean and Anatolian political arenas was equally crucial. As the Ottomans expanded, they increasingly interacted with European powers, including the Venetians and the Mamluks, as well as the Mongols and various Christian kingdoms. Orhan's diplomacy was instrumental in navigating these complex relationships, often balancing military action with strategic alliances to ensure Ottoman influence spread while avoiding unnecessary conflict. His diplomatic successes helped the Ottomans secure a foothold in the Byzantine territories and maintain control of key cities such as Nicaea, which became the Ottoman capital after its conquest in 1331. By aligning with both Christian and Muslim powers, Orhan helped position the Ottomans as a bridge between East and West, which was crucial for the empire's longevity and success. Orhan's marriage alliances with neighboring Turkish beyliks further strengthened his position, as these unions solidified alliances and provided him with the military and political support necessary for expansion. His strategic use of family ties to create peace with rival beyliks made the Ottomans a dominant force in Anatolia and set the stage for future expansion. As Orhan worked to stabilize the empire's borders, he also focused on internal development, building infrastructure and strengthening governance. The Ottoman economy flourished under his reign, thanks to his ability to foster trade agreements and protect key trade routes. He maintained a careful balance between military campaigns and economic development, ensuring that the empire's military power was backed by financial strength. This balance allowed the Ottomans to continue their expansion into Balkans and other regions while maintaining their influence over Anatolia. Orhan also recognized the importance of cultural integration in strengthening the Ottoman Empire's identity. His reign saw the rise of Ottoman architecture, the construction of mosques, madrasas, and other public buildings that not only symbolized Ottoman power, but also served as centers of learning and culture. This cultural development was intertwined with Islamic teachings and principles, reflecting the empire's commitment to promoting Islamic values while respecting the region's diverse traditions. The construction of key Islamic institutions under Orhan's rule was part of his broader goal of establishing Islam as the foundation for governance. He sought to ensure that both religious and secular institutions were aligned with Ottoman ideals, creating a unique blend of military might, religious authority, and cultural development. The establishment of the Ottoman legal system based on Islamic law, Sharia, was a significant aspect of Orhan's governance. This legal system helped standardize the empire's policies and further integrated Islamic teachings into the governance of the state. While Orhan worked to strengthen the internal structures of the empire, he also faced challenges from other rival Turkish Beyliks, particularly the Karamanids, whose influence continued to pose a threat to Ottoman expansion. However, Orhan's diplomacy continued to be a major factor in managing these rivalries. He was able to maintain a delicate balance between military action and peaceful diplomacy, ensuring that the Ottomans could expand their territories without overextending their military resources. By engaging in diplomacy with other Turkish principalities, Orhan was able to secure Ottoman dominance in Anatolia while minimizing conflict with neighboring beyliks. The careful use of alliances, combined with military strength, allowed the Ottomans to secure new territories while preventing destabilizing wars. Orhan's diplomatic achievements were not limited to Turkey and Byzantium. His reign also saw the Ottomans forming relationships with European powers, such as the Venetian Republic, and even the Catholic Church. These alliances were instrumental in strengthening the Ottoman position in Europe and the Mediterranean. Orhan was able to leverage these relationships to gain military and financial support for his campaigns. This diplomatic network not only expanded the Ottoman Empire's influence, but also laid the groundwork for the empire's eventual expansion into Europe. In the Balkans, Orhan's diplomacy was key in ensuring that the Ottomans were able to gain a foothold in the region. The Ottomans forged alliances with Serbian and Bulgarian rulers, allowing them to establish strong footholds in Southeast Europe. These alliances were crucial as the Ottomans prepared to expand their influence further into the Balkans and beyond. By navigating the complex political landscape of Europe, Orhan was able to secure the Ottoman Empire's position as a dominant force in the region. Another important aspect of Orhan's diplomacy was his approach to religious minorities within the empire. His policies of religious tolerance ensured that Christian, Jewish, and Muslim communities could coexist under Ottoman rule. This was a significant departure from the more exclusionary policies of other empires of the time. Orhan's policies promoted a sense of inclusivity and cooperation, which contributed to the stability and longevity of the Ottoman Empire. His millet system, which allowed non-Muslim communities to govern themselves according to their religious laws, played a major role in maintaining peace within the empire. This system helped the Ottomans foster loyalty among their diverse populations and maintain control over a vast and varied empire. In conclusion, Orhan Gazi's diplomatic efforts were instrumental in shaping the future of the Ottoman Empire. His ability to balance military power with diplomacy, forge alliances, and navigate the complex web of regional politics set the stage for the Ottomans to become one of the most powerful empires in history. By securing relationships with the Byzantine Empire, the Turkish Beyliks, and various European powers, Orhan helped ensure the Ottoman Empire's growth and stability. His reign was not only defined by military conquest, but also by his vision of an empire where diplomacy, religion, and culture worked together to create a unified and prosperous state. Orhan Gazi's legacy continues to influence the Ottoman Empire's rise to power, establishing the framework that would support Ottoman dominance for centuries to come.